We are about to begin our first scenario, which we have chosen Capture the Flag. And we are doing 300 points of Clan versus 300 points of Inner Sphere. The Clan are a Nova. They are a straight medium Nova. We've got a Ryokan, we have a Stormcrow, a Nova, a Viper, a Pouncer, and another Stormcrow. We have a D and a Prime. The D and the Pouncer have laser elementals, where the other three have flamer elementals. The Inner Sphere decided to be cheeky and brought some aggro mechs for Shenanigans, because why not? They're like 10 points for, they're 12 points for a skill 2 dude with indirect fire. So now we have Centurion, Locust, Spider, Assassin, Catapult, Marauder, Battlemaster, Banshee. And they are of varying skills and nastiness, and potency, and ow. And we are playing on a 4x4 map with a little bit of mix of woods and water and hills and buildings. So the Inner Sphere are deploying from this corner, and they are supposed to come grab, or extract, that 6-sided die and that 6-sided die. We'll see how this goes. Alright, so we did our usual deployment of deploy half the things and then roll again to determine who has first turn. Matt won deployment, but I won first turn. So he put things on the table first, and then I reacted, and then he moved, then I moved, and then he shot, and then I shot for first turn. We have resolved first turn, and this is where all the pretty things are. And nobody hit anything. Not a darn thing. And these two four-legged mechs are actually aggro mechs in disguise. Okay, here we go. You did. Alright, so the Inner Sphere's major accomplishment today so far is killing a battle armor that just got off of his mount. So that elemental died. Good job, Marauder. Did I tag you, Marauder, with my Nova? No, okay. The Nova didn't do his job and hit the Nova didn't do his job and hit the Marauder. What are you? My Viper hit the Assassin and did a fire control hit, almost made him run. The white elemental took a swing at the Assassin just because he's in medium range and why not. The Ryokan did the same thing and failed. Both of them did. This Stormcrow and this Pouncer decided to tag that Banshee and did massive amounts of damage. We did 9 damage to that mech this turn because we're grumpy.
10 because you do the really good one.
And the Pouncer's now running hot. Nobody else did anything significant except that the Stormcrow took 1 more point of damage and his battle armor is down 2 points of armor, so he's running around naked. Alright, this is the end of turn 4, something like that?
Yeah.
We jumped down to play with this Spider, and the mech didn't shoot because it needed a 12 and it was hot. The battle armor missed. This Stormcrow tried to narc the Battlemaster and failed. Did I hit you?
Yes.
I did hit.
Hit and crit.
Hit and crit, but the crit resolved at nothing. While those two tried to tear apart the Battlemaster, did a pretty good job and made the Battlemaster overheat by 1. This Nova has failed to do his job, which was to kill that mech, because he only needed to do 7 points of damage. He can do 9. Overheated for nothing. And I used a battle to roll Snake Eyes. While he took some serious damage, the Viper, however, did his job and killed a mech. It was a Locust, but it was a skill 1 Locust, gosh darn it.
You blew up an elite.
I blew up a hero
Yep.
pilot when all of these rear arcs with very low modifiers were just sitting here. I wish I could shoot more things. That would have been delicious. But the Viper's now running because this catapult hates him. Much hate was given. He's almost dead. And did I miss anything? I don't think so. No. The volley squad tried to do some damage to this Stormcrow, and I think did 1 or 2 points of damage.
2 for a bunch of...
2 points of damage on my Ryokan D. Alright, this is the end of turn 5? I think it's 5? The spider is being obnoxious and jumping around in rear arcs, but not shooting because he's a pilot skill 5
Yeah.
who jumps, so his minimum is a 7 to be able to hit something with a not modifier at short range. Everybody basically ignored the spider. The Viper finally took its final point of damage indirectly. Through the combined effort of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 units, we were able to bring down the rest of that Battlemaster. The Pouncer decided to eat an aggro mech because why not? These wonderful little elementals tried to do the same thing to the other one and should have done melee, so they would have rolled a crit, but they decided to flamer it instead. So now it only moves 4 inches, which is delicious. The Nova was in the pond and decided to jump into this glorious hole where nobody can shoot him except from the Centurion's butt guns. The Catapult, Marauder, and Banshee were left useless because nothing is in their front arc or in their line of sight. Because, if we line this up correctly, the fiery death elementals are on the other side of that red die. And then that guy's hiding because he doesn't know what to do now. He can't hit things because he's at a +2. And this Ryokan died to a hail of gunfire from the Battlemaster because he was left with 3 points of internal armor. Alright, so the Ryokan is trying to destroy the spider who's going to run off with the goodies, but the spider this turn is still too much of a modifier for me to be able to hit him while he's in the water because I didn't get to short range. And because of how he's positioned, his only target is the spider because those guys are in his rear and his not firing arc, regardless of how well I can torso twist him and make him look like he can shoot over there. Doesn't matter. The back of his base is pointing the wrong direction because I am an idiot. Alright, so through the combined firepower of the Marauder, the elementals are dead. The Marauder has earned his name as Elemental Destroyer. These guys didn't do much. I think the Centurion landed indirect fire at the Nova. So did the aggro mech from the jumping spotter of doom. From the Doom Spotter. The catapult. Just swing and a miss at something?
Catapult.
I don't remember what he shot at.
Shot at the Puma and missed.
Right.
It was like an 11 or 10 or something.
Yeah. Catapult tried to hit a Pouncer and missed. The Assassin tried to hit the Nova and missed because, yeah, that's right. Because I only had, if I had taken 1 more point of damage, it'd be dead. This Elemental didn't kill the aggro mech. This Elemental didn't kill the aggro mech. This Elemental did. You know, the guy that's farthest away. The Pouncer also failed to finish the Centurion. And yeah, this is the turn that we remembered that there's an objective and the spider has it. What a gloriously fabulous turn this was for the inner sphere. This Stormcrow is down to 1 point, is running, and it has a movement point hit. However, he killed this spider who has evaded damage for the majority of the game, regardless of who shoots at him. This Centurion has a single point left, is running. What are the crits on him?
He has a, what was that? I'm sorry, I erased that. That was a weapon hit.
Weapon hit. Okay, so he only does 1 point of damage now.
Well, he's running now.
And he's running. The Banshee died to a Nova. The Pouncer really tried to kill this Centurion, but didn't. These poor elementals got shot up by... No, this was by the catapult.
Yep.
And the Flamer elementals behind the catapult, they did 3 points of damage because they do 2 points in melee. But they're in the rear arc, so they do 3 points. And they delivered a crit, which was a movement point crit. The Assassin is just chilling, trying to shoot stuff with his LRM-5. The Marauder is laying waste at the table edge. Just blasting stuff. Needed an 11 to hit this Ryokan, and he did so. Due to poor positioning, this Elemental fired at nothing, which resulted in this thing not dying. Because I'm an idiot. And these guys died because I put them in the forest instead of putting them behind that building. So there's that. We go into the final turn of the game, I suppose.
I guess.
With 1 squad of full elementals, 2 squads of full elementals, a Stormcrow that's running with a single point left, a Centurion that's running with a single point, a Marauder who has taken nothing? I don't think I've even shot at this guy.
Nothing.
Haven't even shot at him. The Catapult is missing some external armor, but still running good at half speed. And then this Assassin has a fire control hit and is 1 point from running. So yeah, that was this turn. Alright, so we finished our game with 2 battle armor and a single structure left on my Stormcrow versus a full Marauder, a pretty functional Catapult, and a loopy Assassin. The Assassin can't really hit anything and doesn't do much damage anyway. So we decided to call it with the victory going for the inner sphere, because the Marauder can basically walk through and just melt things as it walks. And it's been pretty good at destroying elementals so far, killing half of them. So, that being said, inner sphere wins this game. There's a couple things to keep in mind. Battle armor is unaffected by its own movement type. So whether it stands still, does a ground move, or jumps, it's all +0. So jump away. An indirect fire. You should add the spotter's movement type to the to hit modifier. So if your spotter jumps, you just added 2. If your spotter stands still, you just countered the indirect fire, or if it shot. So keep that in mind as you're jumping around doing all kinds of fun things. If you follow Zardos the Magnificent, he commonly refers to me as Drubaka. This is my channel. It's from Mr. Klinkoff. But yeah, have fun. Alpha Strike is an immense amount of fun. Eventually, it will probably show full-length videos, but until then, I'm doing this on my phone, so it's going to be in segments. Take care, guys.